Hey everybody, welcome to Life in Hockey, True to Blueprint. I'm Dawn Marie Sargent, and Mary Jane is here. She's back there behind the camera, but if I look at her, it makes the underneath of my chin look scary.
Guten Morgen, Fräulein.
There she is. I can look out of... Okay, but until I get my hair cut, I'm just going to not look right to myself. So we're going to get that down pretty soon. Today, all down the line, a Rolling Stones title. God, I love those Stones. And it's all, it's a lot more raw. Let's face it, as raw as Zeppelin is, it's raw on the inside. You guys often don't, I think, understand a lot of the lyrical things I use. Sometimes you do, and sometimes they just mean something to you otherwise, and that's fine. You don't have to know what a lyric means to have it mean something to you. I hate when people walk up to people and go, that's not what it means. That's what it means to them. What the hell? It's like my show, what it means to you, okay? What it means to me, you guys have no idea, but I think I'm a little more open about that. I think I'm kind of artistically expressive up in there. The Bard quote, well, rock and roll is going to give us a bunch of stuff to work with. I was thinking today, probably Tangled Up in Blue. For real. And there's like lyrics from Nirvana and from Courtney Love and from all the groups. The Who, are you kidding me? I could quadrophenia you guys into another world, all right? These are the things that are part of my life, and they're important to me. And I think I've been taking more time with that now that I'm sort of trying to fill a lot more space in my life now that Duck's there in Minnesota. And he's doing great. I'm doing great. Everybody's doing great. All right. And the Bard says, oh, while you live, tell truth and shame the devil. This is something I could live by because it doesn't matter. Everybody's always worried, I'm going to make a fool out of myself. Yeah, so what? So what? Who is keeping score? Who is saying, wow, you made a fool out of yourself this many times, and you were wrong this many times, and you believed something that wasn't true this many times. And now, there you are sitting and saying to yourself somehow that somebody cares about any of that. Make a fool out of yourself. Be yourself. Don't create untruths. Yes, all of us show the person we aspire to be. We dress like the person we wish to be. But who we are, that's part of who we are, is who we wish to be. And I think that's really important. I want to say at the top of the show, hi to Alyssa Hope. Alyssa Hope, man. She does these great videos about all kinds of things. And really, check them out. Alyssa Hope is on YouTube doing marvelous things. I'm a big fan. She knows that. I'm always telling her how wonderful it is that she brings a human aspect to hockey. The way she collects, the way she narrates, the way she does her own shows when she's actually primary responsibility for delivering content. All of it's entertaining. There's really nothing you want to skip over. And I want to thank her very much for inspiring me and for representing the chicks who, can't understand hockey because, we didn't play. Never mind, we listened to everything you said. Never mind those little things, down there by the benches at hockey school and at camp. They're two-way radios. I can hear you in the office, damn it. It was my favorite way to spy, too, at how hockey school I used to sit there and just listen to the guys talk. And that's how you find stuff out, by spying. I actually wrote a book where the protagonist was a major junior hockey player. And boy, did he know everything about everybody, okay? I think when you're trying to learn about people, sometimes you do want to stop a second before you walk in a room and hear what they're actually saying. It's not the same as looking at their real reaction to you. Something wrong with that, That shows a level of fear I just don't have. Be bold, and mighty forces will come to your aid. It never fails. Okay. I guess we're going to talk about the Maple Leafs. We better talk about the Maple Leafs. Mary, what's on the agenda?
Hey, why are you not more worried?
Well, I was. I went into this whole Tavares thing scared as hell. I think Mary's still there. And I've had to...
Just because Clark Kent is spending too much money.
Well, yeah. And he seems to be setting a bar for that. And yet at the same time, he signed Johnsson this week for under $1 million for 1 year on a 2-way contract, okay?
Isn't that Johnson?
He was Johnson until he told us how to pronounce his name and that he had 2 S's in his Johnson. I love this guy. He told no one, okay? It's just like, all right, I guess they want to call me Johnson and spell it with 1 S. Must be the Canadian way. Yeah, I mean, he's fabulous. He's going to blow your mind. And next year, we should lock him up for a while at a moderate amount. I think it's really important we do. He's already set on the 3rd line with Naz and Kasperi Kapanen. That's going to be blazing fast. We start with, we will score on you. We will forecheck you. We will always take the puck from you. Austin Matthews, Marlowe, and Nylander. And then you have on the next line some of the most unique guys in hockey. Guys who all play. Like those players, like Pavel Datsyuk, like Yvonne Cornway. We can go back further. I would be wanting to find Maple Leafs. I mean, but in the old days, a guy like Dave Keon, that was the minimum of his game. Those guys just were living in a different world. We'll talk about that sometime. I'm just really happy that with the way Kyle's proceeding, he's signing people and he's keeping it moderate. So we'll wait to worry till later. He did say, fire me if I don't keep them all. So, yeah, you really do have to look at that as something reassuring.
Yeah, but can you say that they lied when you already said that they lied?
Well, I was challenged with that this week, wasn't I? And obviously I went right ahead and did it. So can I? Yes. Should I? I'll tell you why. The first time, they didn't lie so much as they didn't exactly tell me that they had plans, that they had a contingency. Getting Tavares created for me a situation where I felt they lied. No doubt about it. Don't go out and buy a free agent. But my concerns specifically about it were that we wouldn't be able to keep the core. Dubas has already said he will keep the core. He's tied his job to it. And he's already made some moves that show me that he really does know what he's doing. And Austin Matthews being demoted to the 2nd line. First of all, that line crap, we'll talk about that another time, but Austin is not demoted. He is the best goal scorer. He is the best 200-foot hockey player who is a center, who is on the Maple Leafs, maybe in the game, maybe ever, okay? He's one of those guys. He's on the top line. So Austin didn't lose his job. Austin didn't want to leave, okay? None of that happened. That was a first concern. And then the money, Dubas says, I'm keeping these guys. I don't have any plans to move them. See, I wanted to keep them all together, like the 70s Habs, who kept 12 guys on the team through the whole entire dominance, the dynasty. And I think this is something that you can't keep 12 anymore. That's crazy business. But I think we are trying. So they didn't lie. They just didn't tell me everything I needed to know, and I obviously wasn't overhearing at the right times. But right now, to say that they would be lying about these lines, no. Mike doesn't lie, and I know he juggles lines around, but that's only in extraordinary situations and for a small amount of time. I mean, last year some guys were moving, but Marner had sort of disappointed him. He woke him up, and Marner started making one line after another he was on look better. Marner became Marner last year. He was amazing, and he will be more amazing this year. And he will be there with John Tavares and Zach Hyman, and those guys will tell you something about not the first line that you've never seen before. And I don't know why more of you aren't happy about it. We got 3 of the toughest lines ever put on the ice together. If we can keep those guys and a couple defensemen together, we could be dominant for like zillion years. Zillion. Okay, zillion. All right.
That's a lot of Stanley Cups.
It is a lot of Stanley Cups. I don't even know. Good thing they put those discs away, because that would be one tall Stanley Cup. A zillion? I don't even know what that's 10 times of. Do you? No. I don't either. I think that's a made-up number. Zillion. Okay, I think people went alpha numeric. Okay, well, the biggest amount would be the last letter in the alphabet, because there was like 1 billion. So then they went right away to zillion. That's when we didn't have, when 1 billion was still fairly theoretical and used to describe the distances between planets.
Where does bazillion fit in there?
Bazillion, I'm not really sure that that's a good one. Bazillion, man. I don't know when I started. I think that's one of those things kids say. And people think, well, it's cute, and it means a whole lot more than anybody could ever imagine. Okay. But, yeah.
To infinity and beyond.
To infinity and beyond. Isn't that from a movie?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think I saw that movie. Like Toy Story?
Yeah.
I never saw it. I wanted to see it. I never saw it. Doug took Haley to see it, and I didn't ever decide I should see it. And it wasn't one of the movies that Haley said, you know, when she was little, Mom, watch this with me, you know. So
She came home and said, it was okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, definitely.
One more thing on here. Are you done exploring the myth of deal making?
Well, here's the thing. This is the big thing on Facebook right now, in the Maple Leaf groups, and on Twitter, is we need to make a deal to get. All right? Trading people, acquiring free agents is not a hockey skill. We don't become better, and players, I'll go over it again. Players are not car parts. Okay, you don't go to the store and say, well, I'm going to get all primary parts for my car. Even if you did that for a car, that might make sense. But a hockey team, it takes all kinds. You can't put 23 guys on your team who all expect to be the guy. Okay, and so it takes a certain amount of chemistry, like it does to bake a cake, okay, to make a lasagna. Sometime I'll make a lasagna. Well, I'll talk about hockey while I make it. It'll be a fun thing to do. But you need different things. You need things that work differently. So you can't just say, well, look, there's Carlson, and let's not even go there on how Mitch, you know, out-muscled him for the puck and then tried to get the referee to give him a free penalty. And the ref's like, it was Mitch, dude. You know, he didn't interfere with you, Mitch. You know, come on, you're a big, strong defense guy. Actually, he's not strong. He's not tough. He's not any of those things. What does he do? Same thing Jake Gardner does, and y'all hate him. I don't understand. No, going out to get more things is not what we need to do. There may be things that Kyle wants to go get, but look at what he did get. Tyler Ennis, for a song. That guy, if he gets his concussion issues straightened out, he is one hell of a player. And Josh Juris. Now, he'll probably go back and forth from the Marlies to the big team a lot, but Josh Juris is a tough son of a bitch. I mean, that guy is not, he doesn't let people screw with him. These are the kinds of things that they've done to shore this up. I gotta say, we're looking damn complete. I used to say the blueprint, you know, we're ready to start having people in to look at the interior decorating. We may be ready to show this thing. We may be ready to actually lay out those little plastic things you put over the carpet and let people walk through. It's looking that good. I don't know if experience is something we still need to get. So I'm going to say next spring we'll still be talking about winning next year. Not that we'll turn it down, but I really think we're going to have to play together as a unit all year. Okay. That's about it for today. Please let me know what you think, and please subscribe, okay? Pretty soon I'm going to start a contest that's like, when I get it's not a contest, like a bet. When I get 1,000 subscribers,
I'll come to your house and make you lasagna.
Well, that's work. I was going to say I'll slap Nick Kypreos. That sounds like fun. But how about both those things? How about both those things? 1,000 subscribers, I come to the 1,000th subscriber house, if they admit who they are. Because I have a lot of, like, secret subscribers. I have no idea what that's about. And they just pop up. It's like more subscribers. You go, who is it? And there's nothing there. And it is the right amount. I checked with YouTube. They can be secret, apparently. So many people online being secret. How clever. And so I will make lasagna at your house, and I will find Nick Kypreos, and I will arrange to slap him. Do you understand me? Because the guy, like, he doesn't learn anything. And maybe after I slap him, he'll let me talk to him about hockey. Or maybe he won't have a choice, okay? All right, everybody. I can't believe how much hockey there is to talk about in the middle of July. This is great. Okay, I will be back. I promise.